YouTube, are you safe from being manipulated by logical fallacies? We're gonna find out right now. Twitch chat, how are you feeling? Make some noise. Woo! They're tired, don't worry about them. It works? Hell yeah, thank you. We're gonna start with easy mode to see what we're made of. It's not too loud, is it? It's fine. In court after an airplane crash due to a technical malfunction. Here are the facts. The suspect was the one flying the plane, and in the end, 50 people died in the crash. What? It's a fallacy. Because they're cherry picking. Okay, I don't like the timer noise. It's kind of stressing me out. I was flying the plane, I guess. That was a confusing one. You never join us for lunch. Why are you so upset with us like that? This is a fallacy. They're assuming that we're upset. Because I'm not joining you for lunch doesn't mean I'm upset with you. I'm not hungry. Jumping to conclusions. Make sense, guys? Make sense? Someone who doesn't have all the necessary elements to conclude on a subject may invent elements without proof in order to reach the desired conclusion. Guys, take notes. This is there is going to be a test. Hold on, I want to move my camera. I'm blocking the score or something. I don't know where to put you guys. I can put you here. I can put you here. I can put you here. Where do you want to be? I can put you here. Put you anywhere? Hold on. You guys died though. I lost you guys. You guys are dead. Hold on. There they are. You're back? You're alive? You're back? Here we go. Criminals usually hide their activity. This person wants to keep their conversation secret, therefore they must be a criminal. Very good, very good. This is a false equivalence. A person will point out connections between two things, then claim the properties of one are also properties of the other. Listen, the transitive property in mathematics works. Not here. Your beautiful house has a pool. My house also has a pool, therefore my house is also beautiful. Guys, not to be that guy, but I feel like the music is mad fucking loud again. I'm doing this bit where I'm overstimulated. Alright, next. When tossing a coin, it's equally likely to have 4 heads than a tail, than to have 5 heads in a row. This is the gambler's fallacy. It's not valid, guys. Nice try. Wait, what? I don't get... Explain. I don't get it. Pause. What does that mean? Bro, I was overstimulated by the music. Fuck, okay? It's not my fault. Matter of fact, turn this shit down again. Oh, it's 50-50 every time. Okay. Okay, here we go. Even if I play the lottery my whole life, I'm not necessarily going to win. This is true. This is so valid. That's just a no-brainer. Guys, enjoy easy mode while it lasts, because expert mode, we have to name the fallacies. Round 2. Whether I'm good looking or not, it's not impossible for me to find a partner. This is so true. So true. I wish there wasn't a timer. I would like for you guys to answer. Oh, is there a way to turn the timer off? Reading speed. You can enter your own reading speed, and it will tune the timer duration. Let's say I read at 40 words per minute. There's unemployment, so young people may have more difficulty finding jobs. Oh, they have more difficulty finding jobs. This is false equivalency. What? Guys, what? Hold on. Explain. There's unemployment, so young people are having hard times finding jobs. Oh, that is true. If it was the other way around, it would be a fallacy. So the fact that the employment rate is high, it means that people don't have jobs. Yeah, that makes sense. You never joined us for lunch. We were wondering if you wanted to come with us this time around. Yeah, sure. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. I'm low-key ass at this game. Oh, you want to know if the car is old? The transmission has just been changed. This is fallacious. The car could still be old. This is what I like to call distracting me with a new car part fallacy. Red herring. Who said red herring? Nailed it. Nothing's getting past you. Good job. You prefer bananas. I prefer carrots. We can each have our own preferences, and that's okay. That's fallacious. If you don't like bananas, you're a monster. That's valid. Ship of Theseus. That's a good analogy. Willem Dafoe. Okay, here we go. Next. Companies frequently make profits. Therefore, the purpose of a company is to make profits. This is true, but it is fallacious. The profits are just a byproduct of the company's operations. Okay, you guys seem a bit divided here. Just because something frequently happens doesn't mean it's its purpose. Affirming the consequent. Let's read this one. I missed my bus, so I'm late. If you don't pay attention, you can be made to believe that the cause happened just by mentioning the consequence. If he misses the bus, then he's late. He is late, therefore he missed the bus. This is one possibility, but you cannot deduce that. Asking, but there are other explanations for this, no, can help. Next. This stop sign has been there since the road was built. We've never seen how people would drive without it. It might be worth conducting some tests to understand its actual impact on traffic and safety. There's nothing wrong with this. That's fine. That's totally fine. Sure. For a survey, people were called at their landline phones during the middle of the day, asked about their employment situation. This year, the number of unemployed people has skyrocketed according to this study's results. This is fallacious because they're calling people in the middle of the day on a weekday. So of course they're at work. Was that worded weird, or did I just say it wrong? For a survey, people were called at their landline phones during the middle of the day, asked about their... Oh, okay. Biased generalization. Involves a generalization based on a sample that is not representative. The resemblance with a valid study here can be quite deceptive. So it's just a bad sample size. No one has a landline phone. I do. Knows Drake be like, you used to call me on my smell phone. This party was a total failure. People who were there must have been idiots. This is fallacious. Different strokes for different folks. This is known as the piñata fallacy. The fallacy of division. Just because the whole thing... This consists in claiming that a part of something possesses a property just because the whole thing does. For example, this metal airplane flies, so metal can fly. Some properties do not depend on the individual parts of a whole, but rather on coming together to form a whole. Your interlocutor must demonstrate that a property of a whole remains valid for one of its parts. They cannot just assert it. Write that down, guys. I'm going to hit you with this fallacy after. We'll see how well you do. My cam is blocking them. I'm reading them out loud. It's okay. You're telling me to buy an apple from this brand because they're supposedly better quality since they cost more, but that's just an appeal to money. Expensive products aren't higher in quality. I'll buy one from a different brand instead to save money. This is valid.
What? Fallacy
They got me with the guys. It's one of the fiercest tricks in the book. It can be tempting to conclude that a claim is false because the reasoning leading to it contains a fallacy, or even to say there's a fallacy without saying which one. This is what I do to you guys all the time. Fallacy. It's not valid. You've fallen victim to the fallacy. It's not valid. You think that because something is more expensive, it doesn't necessarily mean it's better, which is true. That's appeal to money. But because I presented you with a fallacy, you're now using that fallacy to justify your decision instead of the decision you would have made without the fallacy. If your goal is to save money, sure, but your goal isn't to save money. Your goal is to be impervious to my fallacious language. It's essentially fallacy yowie. Exactly. Hey, YouTube, yowie. Go watch my Stanley Parable for more YouTube's not fucking with yowie, man. How do we do? We're ass. Alright, let's go expert mode. Let's go expert mode. I don't think we should let 16-year-olds vote. Soon they'll be asking to allow 12-year-olds to vote too. This is the slippery slope fallacy. Good job. Good job. See, they're wise. I should move my camera, you're right. Do I have time to move it before this fucks up? Bro, nowhere is safe for you guys. That's fine. This one's pretty explanatory. It's pretty straightforward, but I want to read it anyway. Oftentimes, you'll be defending arguments that change the status quo, and your interlocutor will respond by warning that this change could start a vicious cycle. You want to reduce the work week by 2 hours? If we go down that route, we'll end up working only 1 day a week. Yeah, it's pretty easy to spot. That's pretty easy to spot. While turning down their plate of spinach. Eating more fruit and vegetables won't make us immortal anyway. This is the perfect solution fallacy. No one is saying that eating vegetables will make you immortal. It's just good for you. You stupid kid. I kind of want to read this one. Your interlocutor will explain that the solution you're proposing is not a perfect one, which is quite easy to do as a perfect solution does not exist. They will then tell you that since your solution isn't perfect, it should not be implemented. Dude, I feel like you guys do this one a lot. Making headcanons for all the chatters' favorite fallacies that they use. When? Appeal to time frame. Nice try. You may think climate change is a real problem for humankind, but I'm not sure it's that important. That's okay. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. You may think climate change is a real problem for humankind, but I'm not sure that it's important. That's okay. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. You think it's relativist fallacy. Speak on that before I click it. My relatives fallacy, so true. Their own. Well done. After a while, if someone has no more arguments left, they may say something like, you have your own way of thinking, I have mine. Hashtag my truth. But in a rational discussion, if you have two different ways of logical reasoning, then at least one of them is invalid. Likewise, if your two versions of things are not the same, at least one of them is false. This tactic sabotages the debate and prevents critical thinking. Oh, Fox News fallacy. You can ask them to explain by what magic the two reasonings can be simultaneously valid. Paul Pierce, the truth? Yes, ma'am. This movie is going to be a hit. It's okay if you're not paid up front. You'll get the royalties. This is wishful thinking fallacy. This is paid in exposure fallacy. This is trust me bro fallacy. This one's pretty easy, but I want to read it. Your interlocutor asserts something only because they want to believe it. Easy. This is easier than easy mode. I think you threw away my banana. Prove me you didn't do it, or you'll have to pay me back. This is shifting the burden of proof. This is shifting the burden of proof. If I'm the plaintiff, wait, who's the one that does the suing, the plaintiff or the bailiff? If I'm suing you, I gotta tell defendant. Wait, what the fuck is a bailiff? This is shifting the burden of proof. I should prove that you threw away my banana. I shouldn't have to prove something that I know I didn't do. The bailiff is the cop? What? Bring in the dancing lobsters. It is burden of proof. I want to read it. How would you prove it if you didn't do it? Exactly. When your interlocutor asserts something, they must prove it. We say that they have the burden of proof. If they are being dishonest, they can reverse the burden of proof. Assert something and then ask you to disprove it. Do not fall into this trap. Guys, after we beat this, we should all get into like a big Discord call and yell fallacies at each other until someone gets anxious. I'm not watching Judge Judy. I watched enough when I stayed home sick from school. You are not the father. Round 3. You haven't responded to my messages. Why are you upset? Ooh, this is the jumping to conclusions, obviously. This is the anxiety. That's easy. We don't need to read the definition. The Discord fallacy. The boyfriend fallacy. This is the would you love me if I was a worm fallacy. I was at the store and I wasn't sure which pen to choose, so I took the one that was a bit more expensive to be sure to get quality. This is appeal to money. Just because something is more expensive doesn't mean it's better quality. We often confuse the price of a product or service with its quality. Some people exploit this mistake to make it seem like a product or service is of higher quality. So I do the opposite of this, which is I price my very high quality things very low just because I'm such a good, virtuous guy. But that's neither here nor there. Guys, don't fall for it. It's a fallacy. If raw materials increase in price, then the product's price must also go up. A slice of cake that used to cost $2 is now $5. The cost of those raw materials must have skyrocketed. This is affirming the consequent. There are other reasons that the cake can be more expensive. For example, maybe the bakery is greedy. Maybe their rent went up. Maybe no one's eating sugar. Valid. Did it buffer for y'all? Are you guys frozen? YouTube, while they're frozen, anything you want to tell me? Just between us? Most people get less sleep than what's recommended. I'm impressed that you're able to maintain a healthy sleep schedule. Thoughts? Valid. Appeal to ridicule. The fuck is middle ground? It's the shit where Malcolm was? You think this is valid? They're buttering you up though. Most people get less sleep. I'm impressed that you're able to maintain a healthy sleep schedule. This is middle ground.
What?
Sorry guys, it was valid. Are you guys delayed? Let me when you see me the monster can. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some people have 8-second delay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Refresh. I'm not giving you 0.3 ms. There's a timer on the side, brother. You heard me say we should check everyone's backpack when leaving the store, and now you're accusing me of not respecting people's privacy. But it's just a quick glance, and it's not everyone, just those who look suspicious. This is the Motte-and-bailey fallacy. Like the applesauce. I do want to read the definition of this, though. The Motte-and-bailey is a medieval structure where an exposed village is located near a tower on top of a mound. In this analogy, the speaker will present a weak argument, the village. When you try to debate it, they'll modify their argument to make it better, the tower. Where the straw man modifies the opposing argument to make it weaker, here it's their own argument that is modified. Oh, so instead of straw man, it's like, instead of you know what this is? Let me put this in Pokemon terms. This is instead of casting Tail Whip, I cast Double Team. Does that make sense? Instead of me casting Sand Attack, it's me casting Agility. Let me give you a third one. Instead of me casting... I'm out of Pokemon moves. I'm out of Pokemon moves. You get my point. Yeah, Tail Whip is a slutty move. Oh no, here's my ass. Now your defense is down. I've ordered twice, and twice I've received a damaged package. I'm never ordering anything online again. This is a hasty generalization. Don't get me wrong, it's frustrating. Hasty gen, me when I have good perks in Dead by Daylight. Survivor, guys, right? YouTube, you guys like Dead by Daylight? I know that guy, he's a jerk, so what he says is false. This is anecdotal evidence. Just kidding, it's not. It's appeal to spite. Just because you don't like this person, you are imposing your animosity onto my perception of them. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Good. Valid because I'm a hater. The interlocutor will try to attack you personally by mentioning things that could harm your reputation, such as insults. The goal is either to get the audience to turn their back on you before they consider what you've done, or to escalate the exchange into a quarrel. Try to ignore these comments. Damn, sometimes you just gotta not say anything, huh? What would you rather have? A decent salary or a fulfilling job? This is the gay son thought daughter fallacy. Guys, I'm not falling for this. False dilemma. My interlocutor is implying that these things are mutually exclusive. I can have a decent salary and a fulfilling job. Like I do right now. Psych. I want to read this one. Listen, guys, I hate my job, but at least the pay is bad also. Often in a discussion, you may be asked to choose between several possibilities, and this can be useful for clarifying positions, but sometimes the list of choices isn't complete. By choosing one of these options, even though what you actually think was not given as a choice, you end up defending positions that you otherwise would never have defended. I should use that one against you guys. I like the idea that wealthy people are fundamentally valuable to society. Thus, it doesn't feel fair to increase taxes for them. This is the bootlicking fallacy. I mean, this is wishful thinking. Yes, sure, you like the idea that wealthy people are fundamentally valuable, but that's not necessarily true. Right? Just got back from drinks and bingo. Appeal to alcohol fallacy. Nice try. You're saying that people can be smart without having gone to school. So basically, you're saying that people will always succeed even without ever going to school? Okay. This is interesting because they are destroying the exception. It's not a straw man. It looks like a straw man at first glance, doesn't it? But are they not destroying the exception? People can be smart without having gone to school, but people also cannot be smart, which is the exception. I don't know if the demo had a timer. Pause? Okay, I'm pausing. Discuss. Go. Socratic seminar. Go. A straw man would be if I made up an argument. They're still arguing the point I made, they're just not considering the other side of it. Fallacy fallacy? Fallacy fallacy is when they, in the argument, they use a fallacy. Or they bring up a fallacy. I think it's destroying the exception. Straw man! Guys, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Guys, I'm ripe for being manipulated. I'm ripe for being manipulated. I'll never make it. I'm gonna get manipulated to the moon and back. I'm gonna get manipulated. I'm cooked. How the fuck is that a straw man? YouTube, why is it a straw man? I need to look something up. I'm going to the glossary. I'm checking the damn fucking... Oh my god, there's so many. I would like destroying the evidence, please. Destroying the exception. This one consists of taking a general rule or statistic and applying it systemically. You will often hear people say everyone instead of most people. Within an argument, this can lead to major errors, such as essentializing sociological statistics. Oh. Look at appeal to ridicule. I am curious about appeal to ridicule. Where is that? Right here. People distorting and exaggerating your statements to make them sound ridiculous will happen. The goal isn't for people to believe in these exaggerations, but to make them laugh. If the audience laughs at you, it becomes way harder for them to listen to you. Quote, in your rehabilitative justice system, will you be the one catering breakfast to the convicts' beds? Wait, I love this one. This is my favorite one. I love this one. I love using this one on you. It's weird. It was basically using destroy the exception as a straw man. Yeah, it was tricky. This one's easy because when I'm losing an argument with chat, I just make a joke and then everyone forgets that I'm stupid. Yeah, no, you're actually, Jake, you're right. It is giving who's going to clean your toilets, Donald Trump. And then the other chick goes, oh, that's not. That's a hard watch, man. That's a hard fucking watch. Oh, that's not. Oh. Oh, that's not. I think I would just shoot myself on air if I did that. All right, guys, we have to go again. Can we do custom? Bum, 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 bum. Guys? Oh, no! 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 Something really bad happened. I can't tell you. Turn my lights off. I can't tell you. Drama fallacy, appeal to interest. I can tell you like in a couple weeks, but I can't tell you now. But all you need to know is that it really sucks. Okay, here we go. I wonder if we can do custom to turn off the timer. Oh, I wish I knew that before. Okay, so no auto move, no timer. This gives us discussion time. So all you need to know is something really bad happened. Appeal to pity fallacy. All right, let's go for a perfect score. I'm not going to listen to what you say about the environment, knowing that you work for a multinational nuclear power company. This is a genetic fallacy because trust me. I want to read the definition. Sometimes you can just identify fallacious arguments with your like a vibes-based detection, you know? In the face of theories, arguments, or facts, this one is about criticizing the origins or intentions of the sources rather than the substance. Oh, so it's like because I work at a place that does X, I must also do X. You know what I mean? Oh. So this is assuming that because I was cut from the piece of shit cloth, I also must be drenched in feces? Even though I may have cleaned the cloth after it was cut? If that makes sense. This is pretty much this is the sins of the father fallacy, essentially. All right, here we go. Being absent for 0 days guarantees an end of year bonus. He did have 1 day absent. He shouldn't have gotten the bonus. It needs to be taken back. Interesting. Fellas, what are we saying? Being absent for 0 days guarantees an end of year bonus. He did have 1 absence. He shouldn't have gotten the bonus. Valid, valid, Denying the antecedent. Speak on that. He could have gotten it for other reasons. Okay, I see what you're saying, but also when they say the bonus, because they say the bonus here, it implies that the same bonus he received is the one that comes from the 0 days absent bonus. So I don't think it could be other grounds. Yeah, turn off the timer so we could actually talk. I actually don't know. Just because the 0 days absent guarantees the bonus doesn't mean it's the only reason for a bonus. Yeah, but like I said, I think when they say the bonus, the word the implies that they're talking about the aforementioned end of the year bonus. Being absent for 0 days guarantees the bonus, but that doesn't mean missing 1 day denies the bonus. Now we're talking. I disagree with you there. Extremely loud, incorrect buzzer. That's the disagreeing with the streamer fallacy. You can't do that. Shouldn't and need are value laden. Is value laden related to the other guy? Ruffle? Okay. Sorry. Okay. It's, it could be denying the antecedent. But what if it's valid? Wow! Good job. In the phrase, when the train has an issue, there is a delay. The train has an issue is the antecedent. A delay is the consequence. When a fallacious version can be derived. When the train doesn't have an issue, there is no delay. This is false. We're denying all the other reasons that could have a delay. So Dana, you said it right the second time. 0 guarantees, but 1 doesn't take away. My friend didn't steal that. If that were the case, he would be a thief, but he's a good person. This is appeal to flattery. This is appeal to flattery. Defending people just because you fuck with them. You know what I mean? It's the same reason we had a chatter earlier screaming the lyrics to Watch the Throne featuring Jay-Z and Kanye West. Yeah, it's the hero graduation fallacy, exactly. What? Hold on, I'm stupid. Hold on. Hold on, I'm getting taken advantage of. Your interlocutor believes in something. They will choose their positions so that none of the consequences of... Oh, I see. They're not... Flattery would be flattering me, not flattering the third party. I understand. So it's by making the conclusion first and then saying that everything must lead to that conclusion. So because the Earth is flat, if these images were real, it would mean that the Earth is round, so these must be fake because I know that the Earth is flat. I read electrocutor every time. Your electrocutor believes in something. Dude, life would be better if we all had like a government mandated person that walks around and shocks us with a stick. Dude, I'm selling kind of. I feel like I'm gonna get taken advantage of by like a goth woman. Working out only with your body weight is better than working out with machines or accessories. Hey, Miss K, thanks for 11 months. Working out only with your body weight is better than working out with machines because it's less artificial. This is appeal to nature. This is like when people say that something is better because it has no GMOs. But in the same breath, they put cyanide in it. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but I want to read it. This one consists in using the idea that something has more value if it is natural. Oh, yeah, okay. You know what else is natural? Cancer. Sometimes a pencil lead may snap. In that case, you just have to sharpen it. However, if you'd rather not deal with sharpening pencils, you can... Your Honor? Hey, thanks for the gifted sub. Oh, that's appeal to money. Nice try. The card I used for Twitch got hacked, so I am badgeless. Nah, it's fine. Just hack it back. However, if you'd rather not deal with sharpening pencils, you can use a mechanical pencil. Guys, is this valid? Wait, guys, valid? If you'd rather not deal with sharpening pencils, you can use a mechanical pencil, but they're distinct tools. This is so valid. I often find that the ones that are valid are the ones that don't put you in a box when you read them. Does that make sense? You can tell pretty easily, like, with how the sentence makes you feel. Hashtag my truth. Children don't always have a taste for vegetables, and there's no harm in not serving any to make your kids happy. A person who has taken care of their children as well as you did should be able to confirm this. This is appeal to flattery. They're saying your kids don't always like vegetables. You don't have to give it to them because of look how happy they are and look how good of a job you did, slay queen. I mean, I appreciate the compliment, but like my kid has scurvy now. You know what I mean? I keep seeing on TV people who receive aid without working, even bragging about it. Poor people are really lazy. This is the Ronald Reagan fallacy. Genetic fallacy, spotlight fallacy, appeal to probability, or valid. I keep seeing on TV people who receive aid without working. Poor people are really lazy. This is the spotlight fallacy because they're on TV. But I do want to read the definition because I'm not sure what it is. This is using the false impression the media gives of a category of people or things as if it were the truth. Oh, it's the Fox News fallacy. Propaganda? More like, let me get a proper gander of those milkers. Joke fallacy? Appeal to ridicule? I'm not sure I agree, but you seem to be very concerned about that topic. It's really cute how much you care about stuff like that. Dude, this is... Bro, there's some chatters that are guilty of this one. This is ridicule. This is the fallacy where someone says something and then I react accordingly and then they said, LMAO, you can't take a joke. Dude, I will crash out. That's the worst. And then you say, well, if it's a joke, then why is no one laughing? The frat bro fallacy. This is the you just got called out for the dumbass shit you said fallacy. People distorting and exaggerating your statements to make them sound ridiculous will happen. The goal isn't for people to believe in these exaggerations, but to make them laugh. It's not really funny though. It's them just laughing at you. If they aren't funny, leave an awkward silence right after and see who really feels ridiculous. Next. Good night, everyone. Appeal to sleepiness, nice try. You're complaining when we leave the trash can out because it attracts rats. But tell me, isn't your daughter the one who has a pet rat? It's a red herring. My daughter's rat has nothing to do with this. It's a red rat. It's not cherry picking, is it? Is it cherry picking? You're complaining when we leave the trash can out. It attracts rats. But tell me, isn't your daughter the one who has a pet rat? I mean, you could be cherry picking the rat thing, but the rat is also a red herring. It's not red herring. You're right. It's cherry picking. You're just picking one thing that feels like it contradicts their statement about not wanting rats. Okay, fuck my big chungus life, I guess. The chat gaslit me. The chat gaslit me. Yep, yep, yeah, I knew it. Got a sabotage fallacy from the chat. Classic. They always do this. I knew it. You were right, but you got scared. Red herring is a bird, though. True. No, that's my fault. Instead of continuing the debate, answering your questions, or responding, the person tries to derail the discussion by introducing a new element that can make you react or mislead you. You need to practice. Hello? Yeah, later. Yeah, just go through the back door. All right, bye. Sorry, guys. That's my my dealer. The back door of what? The back door of my fucking body, bro. You're playing a shooting game and your teams are shit? It's a fallacy, man. Come on. Deep down, people are selfish, so this charity project based on donations and volunteering won't work. This is jumping to conclusions. You think that because people are selfish, no one will want to donate. Or is it appeal to motive? This is appeal to motive. My interlocutor doesn't want me to do a charity project. Or it's a perfect solution. My interlocutor wants... It's not a perfect solution at all. It has to be appeal to motive. I do want to read this one. Your counterpart will pretend you have a specific intention without proving it. If you truly had that intention, it could damage your credibility and raise questions. The mere suggestion of such an intention, even without proof, can create suspicion about you. I kind of don't get this one, guys. I kind of don't understand. Can someone explain it in Roblox terms, please? Whose motive are we talking about? I'm back with... YouTube, she's back with dairy. I'm also fuzzy on this. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy Wuzzy. YouTube, they fell asleep. Help. Your counterpart will pretend you have a specific intention without proving it. If you truly had that intention, it could damage your credibility and raise questions. It reminds me of when we play Night of the Werewolf, where the innocent is accused and the fact that we're accused makes us seem guilty. Yeah, kind of. It's someone pretending you have a bad motive for an action. But what about my statement made me feel like I have a bad motive? Your intention isn't to make the best charity ever. That one is still so tricky to me. Because that's not the logic I was operating with when I chose it. Do you remember why the game is so triggering? Why? Speak on that. You say rats are harmless as pets. I think they have no business being in a house because they're pests. We can both be right with our own way of thinking. This is relativist fallacy. Nice try. I want to read this one again. If someone has no more arguments left, they may say something like, this is like the agree to disagree one. Which works for subjective things, right? Like if I say, damn, I really like the hit movie The Prestige directed by Christopher Nolan, and someone says, nah, that shit was ass. It's art, it's subjective. But at the same time, am I not entitled to my rat opinion? Or am I now falling into a fallacy? We can't both be right. Either rats are harmless or they aren't. What if it's a rat that dabbles in harm, like on the weekends? Idiot. Music's beauty isn't accessible to eye dots. Ah, hell nah. Apple Inc. got their hands on the candy industry. -2. Music's beauty isn't accessible to idiots because to be able to appreciate music, it's necessary to be intelligent. This is the Rick and Morty fallacy. Guilt by association. Music? No, it's not. What is this? Music's beauty isn't accessible to idiots because to be able to appreciate music, you have to be intelligent. Oh, this is circular reasoning, dude. Yeah, they're just going in circles. They're pretty much saying music's beauty isn't accessible to idiots because to feel music's beauty, you have to be smart, essentially. Music isn't accessible to idiots because idiots can't access music. I do want to read the definition. The masturbatory fallacy? What? A circular argument is a circular argument. It's as simple as that and just as stupid. I wish there was a better definition. You've never seen Rick and Morty? To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand it. You say that protesters shouldn't damage schools. That's real cool for all the other buildings. Thanks. This one reads like Twitch chat. This is false equivalency. Because it wasn't, it was jumping to conclusions. I tricked you. Notice how no one stopped me. That's the difference between me and you. Someone who doesn't have all the necessary elements to conclude on a subject may invent elements without proof. Invent elements? What is he, Tony Stark in Iron Man 2? Invent elements. What is he, Tony Stark in Iron Man 2? Invent elements. What is he? Okay. There we go. In order to reach the desired conclusion, they're late. They should really get a move on. We don't know why they are late, but we will assume it's their fault. Guys, can I be honest? I don't know why that last one is jumping to conclusions. Am I stupid? I don't know either. Are we cooked? Are we going to get manipulated? They assume the other buildings will be damaged. I think they're assuming that the other buildings will be free of damage because they said it's fine for protesters to destroy schools. That's cool for the other buildings that won't be destroyed. Assuming that them not including other buildings in their statement means they don't care about other buildings. I see. Yes. Okay, that makes sense. There's been a transport strike. The newspapers reported on all the people it affected, and the TV showed frustrated-looking bystanders. Bystanders? Why am I adding syllables again, like when I said an erection? An erection. And then bystanders. Bystanders. You can't deny the public is against this movement. This is the spotlight fallacy. Anytime someone says the word TV or radio, or they watched it in a 2.5-hour video essay from the Defunct Land YouTube channel, you know it's a spotlight fallacy. It's 9 p.m. Time to go to bed. Why? Because 9 p.m. is bedtime. This is circular reasoning, obviously. I feel like parents love circular reasoning. You know what I mean? Like, parents will be like, because I said so. I can't wait to be a parent, bro. What's the fallacy where I complain about something and then my dad says, life's not fair? I hate that one. It's not fair. Life isn't fair. Fuck you. Results? Bro, we got 3 wrong? We go until we get it perfect. We're not leaving until every single person in this chat room can defend themselves against fallacious arguments. Fortunately, you have read plenty of books on the matter, so I'm sure someone as knowledgeable as you will be able to change their mind on that subject. Holy shit. Get out of my ass, bro. Appealing to the prostate? Listen, I appreciate the compliment, but... Appeal to glazing? It's 9 p.m. It's time to go to bed. Why? Because you wake up early tomorrow and it's important to have enough sleep. Dude, so valid? So valid. Destroying the exception. Have you considered that I don't wake up early tomorrow? Don't tell me what to do, fallacy. I was telling that housing all the homeless people would be at the expense of taxpayers. But you convinced me that it might be positive for everyone. However, you didn't prove me that it would be the most profitable thing to do. This is moving the goalposts. The first goal was to house all the homeless people. Now you want to do it in the most profitable way? Fuck you, Spider-Man. We don't need to check the definition for this. We know what it is, right? Do I go to bed early because I travel or stay up late? Go to bed because 9 p.m. is bedtime. This stop sign has been there since the road was built. We've never seen how people would drive without it. It could be that traffic would be smoother and there wouldn't be more accidents. Thus, I suggest we remove it. This is interesting. My first thought was wishful thinking, right? The wishful thinking of my interlocutor is that the traffic would be smoother. However, I don't know. Ignorance? Why is that? What am I ignorant about? Hasn't been proven false. It could be that the traffic would be smoother. You don't know it doesn't work, so it might. Okay, I see. Good job, guys. You're getting stronger. We've never seen how people would drive without it. I'm going to read the definition. One may take advantage of the fact that the truth or falsehood of something isn't known. This can allow your interlocutor to impose their position by taking advantage of the void. I wish someone would take advantage of my void. Am I right, guys? Raffle? I really prefer this candidate because I think it's a better choice. Circular reasoning ass. Bum, 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 bum. Saw it coming for miles. I bet the kids of Derry wish they could say the same thing. Saw it coming for miles. I bet the kids of Derry wish they could say the same thing. Saw it. Okay, you heard me? Okay. He'll never do what he promised because his true hidden intentions aren't those. He'll never do what he promised because... Okay, I know this is fallacious for sure. Because his true intentions aren't those. Motive, but why? Motive is the one that confused me last time. Look, they have a full building with a lobby and a receptionist like a big, successful company. They must be serious business. This is appeal to common practice. Common practice, commonly these things are true, but it's not always the case. However, it could be a false equivalency. You could falsely be equivalenting. What's the adverb version of equivalence? You could falsely be drawing equivalence between successful companies and companies that have a lobby and a receptionist. Oh, equate. I forgot that was a word. My new job has a security guard. It must be a successful company. Appeal to motive means you're assuming someone's motive. English is stupid. No, I love English. They have a full building. They must be a serious business. I feel like it might be common practice. No, common practice means like that's appeal to status quo. All right, good. Good, good, good. It's been 3 restaurants that I've tried on a whim, and each time I stumbled upon high-quality ones. Come with me. I'll pick another one for tonight. It will be just as amazing. This is the hot hand fallacy. Just because you did something well 3 times doesn't mean the 4th time will be good. That's pretty easy. We don't need to read the definition, do we? You think people should stop drinking. You say you've stopped drinking for 2 years and 7 months? Oh wow, you're counting the days literally. Should we count seconds too? Raffle? Guys, finding the appeal to ridicule fallacy is easy. You just have to see if your interlocutor is using the joy emoji. I'm someone who pays what I owe. No worries, I'll be able to pay you back tomorrow for sure. Interesting. Wishful thinking in the sense that they're hoping they'll pay you back tomorrow. Hasty generalization in the sense that they're generalizing that someone who pays what they owe will pay you back. But the real answer is middle ground because they're saying they pay what they owe, therefore they'll pay you back tomorrow. Just because you pay what you owe doesn't mean you're going to pay me back tomorrow. Middle ground.
What?
I'm gonna get taken advantage of by a coven of 6'5" vampires that live in a castle a la Resident Evil 8. Well, I was assuming that middle ground meant they don't consider the middle ground. Your interlocutor asserts something only because they want to believe it. You can tell them that you understand what they want to believe and explain that just because they want to believe it doesn't make it true. Okay. kind of... Now I want to know what middle ground is. It's over Anakin. I have the middle ground. Nice try, Obi-Wan. That's a fallacy. Roll credits. Happily ever after. Dude, I'm sad we got one wrong. To be fair, I didn't know what middle ground fallacy was. Nice try. That's appeal to pity. Don't fall for it. At a party, most people get less sleep than what's recommended. You could stay a bit longer with us tonight. This is appeal to common practice. Just because most people don't get sleep doesn't mean I shouldn't go get 8 hours of honk shu right now. We often make a big fuss about boat pollution, but sailboats, for example, don't consume any fuel. You can't get any greener than that, so let's stop criticizing boats unnecessarily. Okay. You know what pisses me off? And I don't, maybe this is just me being like, it's just like, what's a word for that thing that it's something that irrationally upsets you? A perk? No, a peeve? A pet peeve? A pet peeve. Maybe it's a pet peeve of mine, but I hate when people say, let's blank. With like, let's not, like, stop speaking for everyone, you know? Sure, if you're a kindergarten teacher and all the kids are like emptying their thermos of soup on the carpet, you can say, guys, like, let's not make a mess. Sure, that's fine. But if you're not in a position of authority, don't say, hey, guys, let's... Hey, shut up. Boom, boom. Like, let's all go over to Banthony's stream? Okay. YouTube, sorry. No, we gotta finish this. We often make a big fuss about boat pollution, but sailboats, for example, don't consume. Denying the antecedent, cherry-picking, valid, or a lie. They're cherry-picking sailboats, fuck you. Easy. Let's all go to the lobby. These oranges have no seeds. There's only a 1% chance that you'll encounter one. Okay, first of all, do they have no seeds? Or is there a 1% chance? It won't happen to you, so feel free to take a bite without worrying. This is appealing to probability, bro. This is like the shit that C-3PO tries to tell to Han Solo when he flies through an asteroid field. You suggest that people should opt for trains over planes due to the ecological concerns, but maybe it's just because you're afraid to get into the plane. Motive? Speak on that. Because you're assuming that my motive is fear of flying. Right. Okay. Okay. I'm learning about the motive. Oh, this is the guacamole fallacy. There are no artificial ingredients. That's why it's good. Appeal to nature. Dude, we got one wrong. We're gonna get manipulated by a coven of vampires that live in a castle who wear like very form-fitting clothes. I feel like I can now weaponize these fallacies against the Twitch chat and also the YouTube. Oh, chat rainbow, kind of. Maybe a little bit. Lindsay, you're so hot and funny. Appeal to flattery. Nope, you fell for it. Bum, bum, bum. And? Shifting the burden of proof. Fuck you mean and? Guys, we could go fallacy for fallacy right now. I'm not falling for your shit anymore. I'm free. Guy breaking shackles in the sunset PNG. Hey YouTube, thanks. You guys are fantastic and great. Appeal to flattery, don't fall for it.